Yeah, but then everybody's the Carter County thing. Where's that going to be?
In the bleachers. I asked that question the other day. We're going to have it in the bleachers.
Can you ask them if they're ready?
Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Ding! All right. Yeah. Good evening. I'd like to welcome everyone to the August Elizabethton City Schools Board meeting. I hope everyone is adjusting back into the routine of classes, and your kids are still awake in the morning or getting used to it, and teachers are drinking a lot of coffee, so welcome back. If everyone would, if you would please stand, and Dr. Ardenauer will lead us in the pledge of the flag and moment of silence.
Let's go have our moment of silence. Thank you. Attention, salute, pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have one recognition tonight, so I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Gardenauer.
Mr. Howard. Well, we have an important lady tonight that's with us. She's probably one of the most high-energy teachers we have in the system. When you walk by her classroom, kids are engaged. You can definitely hear her voice the entire way down the hallway because she's helping children. And I think that she hit a milestone, and we wanted to make sure she didn't get away without at least having a little time to embarrass her. And also tell her that we love her, and we're so thankful that you're teaching for us for 25 years. And so she gets her golden apple for her 25 years of service. Thank you, Ms. Duggar.
I believe you started teaching when you were 12? 5. Oh. It's time for citizens to speak in accordance with policy 1.404. Sharon Skeens has asked to address the board tonight regarding the peanut butter and related topics at TA Duggar. So if you would come forward, please state your name and your address.
Hi, I'm Sharon Skeens, 606 Beach Street, Elizabethton, Tennessee. For one, I want to thank Mr. Gardenhire and Mr. Van Hess for addressing a problem I had for the beginning of the before the beginning of the year, the deal with Bethany, not switching schools or whatever. The deal with the peanut butter, I want to address that it's a delicate issue as a parent of someone who almost lost my oldest child back in 2001. I'm talking about 11-day, not hospital stay. I know it's a serious issue, but on the other hand, we can't punish the whole school at TA Duggar and tell them that they cannot have peanut butter. Due to that, I mean, at that time that when I almost lost my child, and at the time we did not know what it was from, we had to watch peanut butters because he had just got through eating peanut M&Ms. So we had to watch it very closely. Thank God he wasn't, but for a long time we had to watch it. I did not throw the peanut butter away from my house. I did not tell his grandparents they had to do it away. We educated ourselves at the time he was 5. We educated ourselves. We educated the people that was around him, and we watched him, and we worked closely with the doctors. And for let's see, there was a child at Westside a few years ago that when all this first came to attention. I won't say male or female, but I was at a birthday party that this child was attending at Beef O'Brady's, which served peanut butter and, does peanut stuff, eating a cake baked from Food City. I witnessed this with my own eyes. So with that being said, other school systems has addressed this problem. I've done a little bit of research on it. They've worked with the cafeteria to have 1 or 2 tables, because you can't put a kid over there for having an allergy by themselves. So them and their friends could go and have a table someplace that they can eat safely and it still be safe within the school guidelines. That is something that needs to be looked into because these kids are getting older. I understand, Westside was like that for a year or 2. But these kids are getting older, and they're going to have to face the real world and the real allergies. I've worked in and out of school systems for a very long time. Got 4 children of my own. So, I understand as a parent of the sincerity of, and the seriousness of it. And I guess my point, unless these children live in a bubble, they're going to have to get used to, you're going to have to, own up and, watch and be, your friends and family. They can watch out for you, too. And let's see. Kind of lost my notes. But anyway, but maybe we can work together and just do that. And another issue I've already spoken with Dr. Gardenhauer is it's the 2nd or 3rd week in the school. I've done lost counts in days, so yeah, that's messing with me in the morning getting up. And the children, some of the kids still don't have seats or desks in the schools at TA Duggar. And that was the issue, that if we knew the school system was already overcrowded, why did we take more tuition kids this year? But anyway, that was, another issue I just wanted to bring up. But anyway, I thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right, so it's time to approve the consent and regular agenda. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Thank you. And have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments on the agendas? All right. All those in favor to approve the consent and regular agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right. Dr. Gardenhauer?
Okay, I wanted to give you a few updates. Number one, we're just really now at the final stages of the stadium project, and we're really moving very fast on the music room project. We're getting close to our parade, which will happen on September 4th, and our opening ceremonies, and then our first football game in the new stadium. We feel pretty confident that we'll be ready, and we can play football in the stadium. I would definitely like to put a plug in for the Taste and Tour, which will be on September 3rd. And if anyone needs tickets, we do have them on sale. The band and APO have those on sale. We want to make sure that everyone that would love to come to that you could come and be a part of that and meet your seat that night on September 3rd in anticipation of what will happen for the opening ceremonies on the 4th. We've released information this week that Mr. Alexander, former superintendent of the school system, is the Grand Marshal of the parade that we will have. So we'll get to see him again, and we're very excited that all the families of the donors that have given significantly to the project will be a part of the opening ceremonies. We want to say an extra thank you to them. I just want to spend a little time to you also to say that next Wednesday we will be having a meeting with our new PR candidates that would like to come and possibly be with the school system. So we want to make sure it's been advertised in the paper, and we'll have some people hopefully respond to that. And that'll be a position that we'll be looking at for next month's board meeting. Also, we had a very successful opening of school. I enjoyed all of the festivities that we had going into with our teachers and with the board, and thank you all for attending that. I really appreciate your support during that time. because when they see you involved, it just gives them that little extra push. So we had a great time there.
I think we realized why you're not the band director, too.
That is correct. Mr. Elliott does a great job. And the last thing is, next month we'll be discussing our contract with Jackson Shield Geyser, our attorneys. We have about a month in between the time that we are going to be looking for those services. So if you have any questions about that, that will be coming next month. But I want to say that they do a fantastic job. I've been on the phone with them this week on about 4 or 5 different items, and they're always very helpful. So that'll be coming up next month. Thank you.
Anybody else have anything? Reports? What was that contract you just said?
The contract for Jackson Shield Geyser and Polk.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's go on with the regular agenda. First item is to approve Concord Insurance, LLC, as the provider for GAP insurance, currently using, I forgot how to pronounce that. Symetra. I should have read that ahead of time. As the vendor, Concord Insurance, LLC will be provider for any GAP plan to coordinate with the medical plans offered by the state of Tennessee. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Thank you. Can I have a second?
Second.
Thank you.
We've been working on this for months. We put an insurance committee together. Mr. Pless headed that along with Ms. Wilson. And this is an additional opportunity for people to have maybe a different look. We're not taking any current plan that we currently have away, but we are giving them an option that we feel is a good option that will maybe lower the cost of health care for our employees. And so we have a fee schedule in there for you to take a look at, and the gentlemen that are with Concord and are here this evening, if you have any questions for them about it.
Any questions? Item on the floor is to approve Concord Insurance, LLC, as provider for GAP insurance plans, currently using Symetra as the vendor. Concord Insurance, LLC will be the provider for any GAP plan to coordinate with any medical plans offered by the state of Tennessee. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? Thank you. I apologize. I skipped over school report update with Westside Elementary. So, Mr. Wright, I apologize. Well, no. No.
Is it working, John?
You can have it again.
Okay. I've just got a little PowerPoint and a little video at the very end. So, and thank you for the opportunity to be able to show off Westside a little bit. I've, in between some of my slides, I just threw in some pictures of the kids, because that's what makes Westside.
Have you dressed up yet? You've been in school?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Just curious.
Okay, the first big news is that we were selected as a reward school, and as you know, that's the top 5% in either achievement or growth, and we got it in achievement in proficiency, so we're very excited about that. And so it was a lot of hard work to be able to do that with a lot of people. I would give credit to that to the teachers, the students, and the parents also. And so, and then everyone else in the school. It really took more than just teachers, assistants, cooks got involved, custodians, everybody that are in the school. Just to let you know, since this is a report, new staff, Penny Nave will be an assistant principal part-time, also with Terrell McCormick and Eastside. Julie Hartsook is our new first grade teacher. We were able to steal her along with Dr. Newman from Avoca, and so we're tickled to death. She was, able to go into the classroom. She's got about 10 years experience, and I mean, so no training or mentoring or anything like that. So she might help some of our students. It's nice to have someone from another school system for new ideas. Judy Fletcher, not new, but she's going to be moving to the media specialist. And then Chelsea Alston, Cassandra Elliott, Jennifer Lund, and Stephanie Tolley, and Sabina McCollum are new educational assistants. And we really use our assistants as educational assistants. We target our reading centers throughout the day, and then our reading classes in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. And so it's really a nightmare to schedule them, but again, we try to use them as teachers. And then Tammy Fowler's moved from the high school to Westside as custodian, and then Brenda Waycaster will be joining us on Monday as the new lunch monitor. I was not driving those kids, okay? We were the little girl sitting there in front of me. She was trying to make it go, but that was one of our field trips at Del River Gorge. We do camp kindergarten, and so that's a fantastic time. So, just a little bit about Westside. We've got, as of today, 329 students. There's 18 regular classrooms. There are 3 classes per grade, and so that's was added about 2 years ago. The final kindergarten, we added a class. So 4 special ed teachers, 5 related arts teachers, 2 academic coaches, 14 teacher assistants, and 3 custodians, 4 cafeteria workers, 2 office workers, 1 nurse, a principal, and then part-time assistant principal. And that is a great addition. I'm glad you guys, the first year I was at Westside was solo. And really, it pretty much wasn't a principal. I was an evaluator, and now they keep adding things like that. So Penny will be a huge help to us. So we're very excited to have her. There was a lot of summer work done. I just added this. I hope there's no typos there as I was right before the meeting. But I thought I wanted the maintenance and the IT guys and then the custodians did a tremendous job over the summer. Carpet they were able to replace, and the prisoners also helped us out with this. Took out all the carpet in every classroom and put tile in. That is huge for trying to keep germs down, dust, things like that. So we're the only room that has carpet now at Westside is the library, and we'll probably do that over the summer. A new room was put in the media center that has tile, and so that's for special ed. Eventually, I'd like to make that into a small computer resource room. New border around the playground, new fencing, and that border is to keep the mulch. It sort of floods about once a year, and it goes out into the road, and so just to keep it, so that was to help prevent a problem. I can't remember, I don't know if Joey's here, but I'd say we've gotten at least 7 or 8 new air conditioning units put in Westside this past year and then over the summer, and they got them all ready before school started, and they worked hard. And so walls were painted, floors were waxed, including the gym. So there was a lot going on at Westside, and the building's in really good shape. So. Just some happenings. I won't read this whole list. We've already had our parent open house. We're going to have a back-to-school bash next week. We'll have book fair. And during our book fair, one way that, we've been trying to think, some of our family engagement nights, we don't have a lot of parents come. But they'll come to book fairs. They'll come to art shows. We do a thing called Night at the Museum. They'll come to those things, so we decided we're going to do our family engagement nights then because we really want the families to know. We do get some families, and usually it's the ones who aren't really engaged with their students, but we want to get all the parents in so they can see what their students are doing, and they go to the classrooms with their teachers. And so, Westside Sycamore Shoals Day, that is a really fun day. The entire school goes down to Sycamore Shoals, and they've got a bunch of volunteers dressed in, time character, and it's just a great day to see the whole school down there. Our fall carnival, you should come out September 26th. That's really fun. It's just a great day, if weather permitting, but it's also a fundraiser for our PTAC. And then our pep rallies and tailgates during homecoming is a big deal. And then there's the art show. Mr. Faniola is going to have a 3rd through 5th grade art show, and then we'll have our parent meeting. And we're going to have a reward day. And so we're not sure what we're going to do, but we're going to reward them for all the hard work that they did. And then Night at the School, that's something that we did last night, or not last year. I don't know what I was thinking, but I decided to have basically a night at the school. And the kids brought their sleeping bags, and we made the world's largest bed. And I've got a picture of it here in a minute, and I read them a good night story, And so, and I was naive or something. I thought they would actually sleep, but they did not. So, but anyway, so we're going to do it again, but we're going to do things a little differently. But, and then Camp Explore, that's something our 5th graders do. There I am at the world's largest bed. And so.
I think it was a cat.
Just to show you a little bit, we really focused on our percent of proficiency in advanced this year, and that's how we got the reward score there. And I like to see over the years the progress, and as you can see, Westside is growing. We've gone from 62.8 to 66.1 in ELA. And math has gone from 53 to 77, huge gains in math. And then in science, 77 to 89. And so our growth score was 3. And I would explain it is harder once you start getting higher to get higher growth. And so, but still 3 is at least a year's growth. So, but we'll try to bounce back up in the growth area. This is the night at the museum. They all had different characters, and they had little lines that they would say when you come up to them and tell you about their character, and you could also read it there in the front of the chair. And that was really we enjoyed that, and we're going to do it again also. And so our goal last year, and it's going to continue to be our goal this year, and I know our systems goal this year is reading, but we want reading every day by every student in every classroom, and that's math also. We've got new standards this year, and all of them, including math, are very heavy in reading. Mrs. Harris, our math coach, showed me a question the other day that the student knew the answer, but they got it wrong because they didn't read it correctly. And so we want to make sure that our students are able to understand the prompts, and I think that's one of the big issues with the math. And May Day, this was last year May Day, and it was surrounded careers, and this was Hollywood careers here. So never been to May Day, and it's an experience. So, like I said, Dr. Gardner and I were dressed up like Elvis one time. I remember that.
I did.
May Day. So.
I sure did.
Some of our targets for this year, of course, we're going to target science, language arts, math, and social study. Those will have scores. Our curriculum will continue to focus on complex text and tasks. Reading and writing, again, every class. We have strong readers in our school, but we have noticed we need to work a little bit more on writing. So we're going to put special emphasis, especially in our science and social studies class, in writing. So not only will they get it in ELA, we'll put an extra emphasis in social studies and science to help that writing. And so our AR is how we're really going to push AR goals. Accelerated Reader is what that stands for. And our goal is being bookworms. And if they're bookworms, I'm going to eat worms. And so at the end of the year, if all grades meet their grade level, I guess I don't know how many worms I'm going to eat. I don't know who came up with this, but I guess I'm going to do it. So anything for the kids, you know. So
Are they gummy worms?
Gummy worms.
Gummy worms.
no, they want real worms, so they earthworms. So,
Oh,
so
man.
I'll do it. But
Try 'em.
but we've got at least 3rd through 5th. We want all our students reading at least 20 minutes every night, every day, and this is, I believe, 25% of their grade also in ELA. And then we have a book room from kindergarten through 2nd grade that we got last year, and low readers need to see as many different texts as they can, 6 or 7 a day, and so it gives them a lot of options. And then again, we use our teacher assistants for targeted areas and do vertical, horizontal planning. We do this instead of faculty meetings. We'll have PLC meetings. I can send them information through email. And then in the morning times, we'll get the related arts teachers to cover classes so that we can do vertical meetings. And so just have to get creative in our meetings. And in our formative weekly assessments, that's what we're doing throughout the whole system. And basically just making sure that students are learning. And if not, we decide what we're going to do to help them to learn. And in our goals, Westside will meet all achievement targets and increase related proficiencies in each subject area, and close our gaps and attain positive TVOS growth. And we will continue to read every day in every class by every student. And so this right here is our end result here. These little girls, I hope to see them walk across the stage and head on to either college or career. And I'm going to end it. Last year, we did a huge push on TCAPs. We didn't want them to be stressed out. We wanted them to actually get excited, and we did spring training. We brought in Will Little, major league umpire, and he did a little pep rally with the kids, did a great job. And so we had spring training and gave a bicycle away for everybody who was there every day, or not everybody, but they got to put their name in for a drawing. And so if they were there every day for spring training. And so, they get really stressed out with this testing. And so Tabitha Wandell came up with the idea of doing a video. And so she filmed it, and Miss Pettit sang the song, and then my son sort of edited it. So it's got every kid in the school. So this is a good picture of Westside, and then that'll be it. That is not it. John will be my witness. I had this ready when I...
We don't stay up too late. The teacher's on our brain. That's what we all say. That's what we all say. We're not really stressed about the coming test. That's what we all say. Yeah, that's what we all say. But I keep looking. I know what I'm doing. It's like this music in my mind saying it's gonna be alright. Cause the teacher's gonna teach. And our goals will be reach. I'm just gonna shake it off. Yeah, the student's gonna side. All my work is right. I'm just gonna shake it off. I never miss a beat. I study hard all week. Yeah, that's what teachers see. Yeah, that's what teachers see. I'm rocking on my own. The teachers all alone. And that's what they all know. Yeah, that's what they all know. But I keep looking. I know what I'm doing. It's like I got this music in my mind saying it's gonna be alright. Cause the teacher's gonna teach. And the goals will be reach. So I'm just gonna shake it off. Yeah, the student's gonna side. All my work is right. So I'm just gonna shake it off. Hey, just think. Well, you've been working hard, getting ready for this test, getting plenty of sleep, and eating a good breakfast. You could have been getting down to this slick beat. My teachers gave me some tools to rock. They said, cite evidence and answer all the parts to the kids over there with a really great stare. Why don't you come over here and we can shake it off. Cause the teacher's gonna teach. The goals will be reach. So I'm just gonna shake it off. And the student's gonna side. All my work is right. I'm just gonna shake it off. Oh yeah, shake it off. Shake it off. Yeah, shake it off. Yeah, shake it off. The teacher, shake it off. Oh yeah, shake it off. Yeah, shake it off. We don't stay up too late.
Oh, if you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them. But thanks for all you guys do and
That
your
was great.
support. And so
Thank you.
I did hear though a lot of parents say that their kids were asking for pogo sticks after. But anyway,
What's that?
so, anyway.
Thank
I
you.
was impressed you
you.
could actually use one. That was great. All right, so now we go back to the meeting. That was fun. I hate I missed that, but I'm glad we got to see that. All right, next item is to approve ratification of increase of part-time to full-time special education assistant to the teacher position to best meet the needs of special education students in the Elizabethton City School System. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Thank you. Can I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments on this?
I was just curious as to how many positions you were talking about. It just says special ed.
It's one position,
It's just one.
just
Okay.
one. Yes.
Anybody else have any questions or comments? All right. Item on the floor, approve ratification of increase of part-time to full-time special education assistant to the teacher position to best meet the needs of special education students in the Elizabethton City School System. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Next, approve addition of yoga body fitness at all levels and kids swim club classes within the community involvement program beginning 2015-2016 school year. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Thank you. Have a second?
Second.
Thank you.
Just want to say Ms. Abel has kind of breathed new life into our community involvement program. She's done a terrific job with that, and it's really neat. I was talking with Josh Smith the other day, and we were talking a little bit about how it's made a difference in a lot of kids having our swimming program this summer. And so we're really happy that that's going, that we're able to do that, and we're adding some new items as well. But it's really starting to become a great program, and we hope to expand as time goes on, especially our swimming area there. So we appreciate all the work and time that you've put in, and all the support that you've had from people in the community. So thank you.
May I have any questions or comments on this?
Great program.
No
It
joke.
is.
Very good.
No joke.
Very good.
All right. Item on the floor, approve additions of yoga, body fitness, all levels, and kids swim club classes within the community involvement program beginning the 2015-2016 school year. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next item, approve first reading of Board Policy 5.118, background investigations as revised. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Thank you. Can I have a second?
Second.
Thank you.
This is just a housekeeping item. For us, it is a update to a new policy that's really looking at making sure that the audit requirements for the state, TBI, FBI, are being done within the state, and that trickles down to us.
When I was looking at this, I didn't notice any specific changes that were highlighted. Is this pretty much the same?
We're looking to update it. When I read through the item, it really is, making sure. I don't know if they've changed something on the actual name of what this is called. I think it's the. Hold on, let me check here real quick. Yeah. I don't know if it's being referred to. Let me go back here real quick.
Just usually when you're
The
changing a policy, it's
CHRI.
highlighted, and I didn't see any on here.
Yeah, when I read through it, they make recommendations. It's based on audits that they do with the state, and we obviously have to comply. It's non-criminal justice agencies have to comply with what criminal justice agencies are doing. So it's kind of a housekeeping.
How is proximity to children defined?
I know that's a hard question to answer.
That's why I asked.
But what I would say is,
too.
when people have a proximity to a child, if we have anyone that comes as a plumber or they come on site, we have to do a background check on them to make sure that there's nothing that could possibly do. But people that are currently doing construction, with us. That's one of the requirements, of course, they have. But if we have someone that comes in off-site, they come in and we do that. They have to provide that to us. So that's about the best way that I can say
We don't
proximity.
reimburse for that, though, right?
We do not
Okay.
reimburse for that. That's the point.
I guess what I don't want to open a can of worms, but like school volunteers, folks that come in to read to children,
All of them, they have a volunteer agreement,
that go
and
through.
they go through the process.
I can attest to that. You have to have a background check.
$40 worth?
$40.
Yeah.
One thing I'd like to add, just for the board members' information, we recently were audited, and we completed that audit that they were referring to in the supplementary materials behind the policy, and we completed our audit, so we're up to date on that.
Good. I know it's a very gray area.
It is.
Any other questions or comments? Item on the floor is to approve first reading of Board Policy 5.118, Background Investigations as revised. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Trent. Next item, approve on first reading of Board Policy 6.204, Attendance of Non-Resident Students as revised. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Thank you. Can I have a second?
Second.
Thank you.
Okay, this was just a clarification. We looked back and we had some questions, about this from a few parents that had called, and so we thought, well, when we start getting questions like that, we probably need to go ahead and make it clear in our policy anytime that we find that. And so what it says here is we made the change saying that Elizabethton City Schools is not required to transport students who live outside the city limits of Elizabethton. That's been the case for us. We have run routes in the past to try to accommodate students. We have seen a major reduction in the amount of students that are riding those buses, and as a business decision, we have tried to make sure that we're accommodating the students within the city, and we had overcrowding on that, and so we now are, so we still have crowding, but we're not overcrowded within the city after making this change, and so
You're
we
talking
thought,
about buses being crowded?
yes.
Okay.
So anyway, we thought that we needed to go ahead and spell that out in the policy.
Do we still grant 504 and IEP exception?
We do.
Okay.
Absolutely. Okay.
Anybody else have any questions or comments? All right. Item on the floor, approve on first reading of Board Policy 6.204, Attendance of Non-Resident Students as revised. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. On additions, there's one last item. Approve agreement between Northeast State Community College and Elizabethton City Schools beginning August 17, 2015 through June 1, 2016 for substitute teaching services for any Northeast State Jump Start Program faculty absences held at Elizabethton High School. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Thank you. Can I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any
This
questions?
just gives the ability for Northeast State to have a sub if they need that when they're working with their students, which they do a great job. We have a lot. We even have a couple retired teachers from our area and that work for Elizabethton who are currently teaching those courses. So just allows them to have a substitute if they need that.
All right. Any questions or comments? Okay. Item on the floor, approve agreement between Northeast State Community College and Elizabethton City Schools beginning August 17, 2015 through June 1, 2016 for substitute teaching services for any Northeast State Jump Start Program faculty absences held at Elizabethton High School. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Before we leave, just a couple of things. For September, to look at for policies, we're going to be looking at, in your policy manual, school board operations. So take some time and go through those policies and see if anything jumps out at you that we need to look at. If there's several, we could have a policy workshop. If there's only one or two, or if everybody's okay with it, then
That's going to be on the agenda?
that we will, if you see something we need to look at, then we can
Okay.
add that.
Okay.
And like I said, if there's a lot, then we might look at possibly doing a workshop on it. But yeah, if
Okay.
there's something that concerns you, just let us know. Also, we had talked about asking Randall Bennett from TSBA to come and do some training for us. We're not going to the regional meeting this year because it's kind of far away, and we thought that he could come up and do some training with us. And if the board would like, I can contact him and get some information. So if you're okay with that, I'll do that. Also, September 19th is the third annual Race for Wandale. And in the past, we have, as a board, we have registered early to get our T-shirts and wear them at the September meeting. So if you guys would like to do that again, I think it'd be nice. Our meeting is the 17th. The race is going to be the 19th. It'd be just be a kind of a support thing. So if you guys would like to do that, just register early and have T-shirts, and we'll wear them to our next board meeting as a support for the Race for Wandale. Don't forget, the September the 3rd is for our night at the stadium. The first game is the 4th, so get your orange and black on, and it's an exciting time. So, next regularly scheduled school board meeting will be Thursday, September 17th, 2015 here at the Mac Pierce Boardroom. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
Thank you.